Hey, what up, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. Trea Turner hinting that he wants to play with Juan Soto again one day. We're going to dive into that in just a second. But quick reminder for all latest Dodgers news, rumors, high videos, breakdowns, interviews, and more all season long. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. Really helps out the channel. And as always, I'm with your takes down below in the comments section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. What are your thoughts on Trea Turner saying that if there's one guy I could play with again, for sure it would be him? So what are your thoughts on Trea Turner's comments about Juan Soto? Is it something, nothing, or everything? What does it mean about Juan Soto's future, Trea Turner's future? Let me know down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So Mr. Turner goes to Washington. Trea Turner made his return to Washington for the first time after being traded to the Dodgers at the deadline. Now, if you remember, he was placed on the COVID IL at the time of the trade, so he wasn't able to say goodbye to everyone in that Nationals organization. He wasn't able to get that moment from the fans, and last night, you had a video tribute, you had a nice ovation from the fans, but what everyone is talking about is Trea's interactions and his comments with his former teammate Juan Soto. Britt Giroli of The Athletic tweeted, Trea Turner on friend and former teammate Juan Soto. If there's one guy I could play with again, for sure it would be him. Hashtag Dodgers, hashtag Nationals. So I've seen a lot of people running with this. What does this mean? Does this mean that Trea Turner wants the Dodgers to pursue a trade for Juan Soto? Would that lead him to sign long-term with LA? Does this mean that maybe Trea Turner doesn't want to sign with the Dodgers and he wants to try to sign with whichever team he thinks Juan Soto will be locked up to long-term? I've seen a lot of that chatter, a lot of that talk over the internet, and you also saw it during the game. They were talking. These guys are good friends. Make no mistake about it. You've seen teammates that are good teammates. You have a nice teammate relationship, but no, these guys are real friends. These guys are boys. You heard Kirsten Watson during the broadcast mention that these guys talk once a month, and it's not just about baseball. These guys check in with each other. There's a clear connection between these two great players, and then also, who could forget that Juan Soto, he went to the Dodgers wild card game versus the Cardinals last season wearing a Nationals Trea Turner jersey. I mean, when have you ever seen that in the history of sports? A player wearing another player's jersey at a game where that team is not even involved. And Juan Soto, he was sitting in the first row. He was by his super agent, Scott Boras, and you saw him being involved. You saw the shades. He had that billion-dollar smile, and you also saw he was trying to get Trea Turner to steal second when he was on first. So he was having a great time. And who did I just mention right now? I just mentioned Scott Boras. And that brings me to my next point. The fact that he's represented by Scott Boras lets you know that Scott Boras is going to get his way. And what does Scott Boras want? He wants his client, Juan Soto, to enter free agency in 2.5 years' time. He wants his client to set a new record. He wants Soto to be the league's first $500 million man. And yes, Soto is very talented. He's hitting free agency at a very young age. He'll be 26 in the first year of his new deal if he doesn't sign an extension before then, and he is a generational talent. He is a true superstar. Not only is he already one of, if not the best hitter in baseball with one of the best eyes in the game, he also has that star power. He has that extra it factor that you really can't explain, but you know it when you see it, and I think there is a chance that you could see a $450 to $500 million contract for Juan Soto one day. Maybe a 12-year deal, something along those lines. But if you're the Dodgers and the Yankees and some of these teams that could possibly afford him, you're not going to do it knowing that he's not going to even consider signing an extension. Look, when the Dodgers made the move for Mookie Betts, they did so thinking, hey, maybe we could court Mookie. Maybe we could get him to sign before he hits free agency. And guess what? They did just that. They signed him to that 12-year, $365 million deal before the 2020 season. So they locked him up before he was able to enter free agency. So to me, in my opinion, you don't try to make a move to appease a Trea Turner. You have to stick to your guns if you're the Dodgers. You want to sustain this winning that they've done. You want to put yourself in a position where you can contend for a World Series championship each and every year. If you make a move like the Juan Soto move, and let's say it doesn't work out for whatever reason, Trea walks, to me, you're really going to compromise your farm for a long time. So I think in this situation, the Dodgers stand pat. Maybe in 2.5 years from now, if Juan Soto hits the market and the Dodgers are in a position where they want to throw some money at him, I think maybe you entertain the idea then. But to me right now, it would be a hard pass to trade for Juan Soto. Look, you already signed an impact left-handed bat in the offseason in Freddie Freeman, and then also you need starting pitching, and that is where the game is. You need to bolster this bullpen. You need to add an arm to the rotation. I think that should be the primary focus, especially when you consider the fact that this offense is rolling right now, and they're only going to get better as Max Muncy and Cody Bellinger continue to figure it out. So I still think the Dodgers are going to be fine, and when it comes to this comment by Trea Turner, I'm not going to make too much of it. I think that if they could link up at some point in the future, maybe they do that, but they're not going to sign deals with teams just so they can get together. It's not like the NBA where it's Kyrie and KD and things like that. It's a little more complicated in Major League Baseball, so I don't anticipate that. I think these guys are just good friends, and it was a nice thing that Trea Turner said, but I'm not going to make a lot of this. But let me know down below in the comment section, do you make something of Trea Turner's comments regarding Juan Soto? Do you think that indicates that he wants the Dodgers to trade for him? Do you think that that indicates that he wants to sign with a team that he's going to play for in the future? In my opinion, the answer to that would be no. I think that money talks at the end of the day, and I think Juan Soto will ultimately sign with the team that offers him the most money, and I think that Trea Turner will sign with the team that ultimately offers him the most money, because we know at the end of the day, no matter what they say, it's all about the bet. But let me know down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For our latest Dodgers news, rumors, high videos, interviews, breakdowns, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.